God of the turnaround. You are God of the turnaround. So we won't be afraid. No, we won't be afraid. You are God of the turnaround. You are God of the turnaround. So we won't be afraid. We're gonna see you move. You are God of the turnaround. You are God of the turnaround. We're gonna see you move. Oh, we won't be afraid. You are God of the turnaround. You are God of the turnaround. We're gonna see you move. Oh, we won't be afraid. No, we won't be afraid. Oh, we won't be afraid. Fully confident of this one thing, that you are God of the turnaround. You are God of the turnaround.
Gail Eugene Sayers was one of 3 sons raised by Roger Winfield Sayers and Bernice Ross. He attended the University of Kansas and with 4,000 all-purpose yards was named the Kansas Comet, but football was not a means to an end.
I went to college not as an athletic student, but a student athlete.
He was selected by the Chicago Bears as the 4th overall pick in the 1965 draft by owner, GM, and head coach Papa Bear.
And I want to give a special thanks to George Halas. A man who more than anyone else has made professional football what it is today. There's not much you can say about someone who's become a legend in his own lifetime, but I want to try. Mr. Halas is one of those rare individuals who is not content with things as they are, but sees things as they could be and works to make things better.
As a rookie, he exploded with an NFL record 22 touchdowns, capped off in December on a muddy Wrigley Field with 6 touchdowns. As great as he was on the field, his quiet wisdom and integrity made him the perfect choice for George Halas. Halas chose Gail to become the first African-American ever in the NFL history to room with a white player in 1967, Brian Piccolo. They were completely opposites who found themselves to be best friends through football. A true story that captured America's ideal of coming together in Brian's song. They became great friends, and it was Gail at Brian's bedside when he tragically passed away before the season started, a sober part of life's journey.
Reaching this point, however, is not as important as striving to get here. This is true in all professions, in all life's activities. There are doctors, lawyers, school teachers, plumbers, all who strive to do the very best to their abilities. We hear a lot today about how the American people have lost their dedication to excellence. I don't believe that is true. Each of us excels at different things, sometimes in areas that are only a hobby, more often in our life's vocation. The most important thing, however, is to strive to do our very best.
I believe in life everybody has to be somewhere, right? And I spent a few years in different places, and maybe that's what the good Lord wills, that I'd be back here. I kind of believe that. Maybe that might seem old-fashioned to you people, but I believe everybody has a destiny in life, and I believe that Chicago's mine.
You know, when it's all said and done, you know, when they write all the books about all the coaches, you know, Mr. Halas is going to be right at the top or right near the top. And to have him pick me as the guy he wanted to coach his football team is a great compliment. So how do you repay that? The only way you can repay it, the only way he would appreciate it would be with victories. And I've been very fortunate. I played in the Super Bowl and won, and I was an assistant coach in the Super Bowl and won. I'd like to be the head coach in the Super Bowl and win.
Well, I know one thing. That Mike will convey some of his philosophy and dedication to the Bears players. And if they accept it and work hard, we have a good chance.
On October 31st, 1983, the National Football League lost its founding father. At the age of 88, George Stanley Halas passed away. Sadly, we discovered that not even living legends can last forever. He was the last to witness the events that shaped the colossal pastime that is now the National Football League. Halas spanned the entire history of professional football. He was there on that humid night in 1920 when the NFL was created. Nicknamed the Monsters of the Midway, Halas's teams wore their toughness like a badge of honor. No other team so clearly reflected the personality of its head coach. George Halas leaves behind many memories and friends, but also an imperishable monument, the National Football League. As much as anybody, he is responsible for what millions of Americans do with their Monday nights and their Sunday afternoons. Halas watched his game rise from small-town rivalries to Super Sunday epics. His esteemed position in the NFL is further illuminated of a highest victory total in pro history. What that doesn't reflect, however, are the many lives he touched.
Today, the Chicago Bears against the Los Angeles Rams.
It is a California afternoon at Anaheim Stadium. The Bears and the Los Angeles Rams. And the Rams talking title in the Western Division. As you can see, they are 5-4. The Saints won this afternoon over Atlanta and moved to 6-4. The 49ers still on top. In the Central Division, the Bears just trying to get better and hoping that maybe Minnesota will come back to them in that always scrambled Central Division. Hello, everyone. Tim Ryan and Johnny Morris here at Anaheim Stadium. And, Johnny, this is a very special afternoon for the Chicago Bears, and indeed an historic one.
It certainly is, Tim. This is the first game the Chicago Bears have ever played without Papa Bear George Halas, who died, as you know, earlier this week at the age of 88. Coach Mike Ditka says he doesn't want to dedicate just this one game to Papa Bear, but the entire rest of the season, and he hopes that the team is going to play in the mold of the old George Halas teams.
Come hell or high water, the Bears were going to put a physical beating on you. I don't care whether you won or lost. You're going to know you in the damnedest game you ever been in your whole life.
His first decision today, he's going to start Jim McMahon at quarterback, so the quarterback derby is still on.
Well, he kept that secret all week, made a big deal. And you can see on the shoulder of the Bears today a special commemorative patch for George Stanley Halas, the Papa Bear, who will certainly be missed throughout the National Football League, and what a mark he has left on the game of professional football. To the 5-yard line, down at the 4, and picked up at the 1 by Redden, who's going to bring it up, and that was a mistake. He is hit almost immediately by Calvin Thomas, number 33, and got only to the 9-yard line, the 14-yard line. And so the Rams will bring out Ferragamo at quarterback. Eric Dickerson, Mike Gooman is what they call the U-back here. George Farmer and Preston Denard are the starting wide receivers. Bill Bain for the injured Irv Pankey continues at left tackle. Hill, Smith, Hara, and Slater, a veteran offensive line with Mike Barber, the tight end, nursing a hamstring, number 86. Vince Ferragamo passing at 62.5% this year with 14 touchdowns, but 17 interceptions. First down, just inside the 15-yard line of the Los Angeles Rams. Dickerson is met behind the line of scrimmage and dropped for a loss by Otis Wilson and Al Harris. And Al Harris is playing at right linebacker today, number 90. He has had some linebacker experience before, but with the injury to Dan Raines, who is out of action today, you'll see that Hartenstein, Osborne, McMichael for the injured Dan Hampton, rookie Tyrone Keys in Harris's spot, and then Harris with Singletary and Wilson in the linebacker position. A scrambled secondary, the fourth free safety to play in this position for the Bears, Dave Dewerson, for the injured Gary Fensick. And, of course, Jeff Fisher also hurt Dickerson, trying to find room in the middle. Not much. Picked up a couple. Osborne is there again. And Otis Wilson, number 55. So it'll be 2nd and 8 for the Rams. Coming out from their own 14-yard line for the game. Made up the yardage on one run by Dickerson for a first down. They had first down yardage again on the pass to Redden, but now they're back at 1st and 15.
Four-man front for the Bears.
Barry Redden. Redden off tackle is stopped after a gain of about 4 yards in Atlanta. Ferragamo under pressure finally just unloads the football. Tyrone Keys was the man who made him finally give it up. There was good coverage downfield by the Chicago Bears secondary.
There certainly was, because Ferragamo had all day. He'll take that time anytime.
Third down, Farmer in motion, the pitch to Dickerson. Dickerson cannot get running room again. Superb defensive play out the left side. And while he didn't make the tackle, it was Al Harris who forced the play. And it wound up being Keys and Wilson who got a clear path to make the hit on the rookie Dickerson. This young man's playing well.
He certainly is. And the key is that they're turning him inside and they're getting blitz support from inside. Watch number 50, Singletary. Now you see Harris strings it out to try and force him in. Then you'll see Otis Wilson and Singletary, everybody from the inside of the field. So that's the game plan on defense.
Dickerson, and it'll be close to the first down. Again, the Bears with good pursuit on Dickerson. Keys was there, along with the linebacker Singletary. And it appears from our angle to be just short, and they'll measure.
It is short, I believe, almost a yard.
Tyrone Keys and Al Harris certainly have been two key components here today defensively for the Chicago Bears, forced to make changes because of injuries. Hampton is out. Pensick, Fisher, playing that safety spotter out. Raines, Campbell, Cabral all hurt. And they stopped it.
Well, John Robinson gets the raspberries from the fans here in Los Angeles as the Rams go into a punt formation.
Tyrone Keys at both left defensive end and right defensive end. 2nd and 10 for the Rams, but it will be 1st and goal for the Los Angeles Rams at the Bears 7. Play action, a quick flare out the right side. That is the rookie Ellard. Blockers could not quite get there fast enough in front of him. And 7, Dickerson away from one tackler. Stopped at the 6. Steve McMichael finally pulled him down, but Dickerson just had the kind of a drive they had last time around. They're going to protect the lead, but they have called timeout as Vince Ferragamo evidently didn't like what he saw. Defensively, presented by the Chicago Bears. So we'll be back with 7:08 remaining regulation time and a Ram lead. Jim Ryan with Johnny Morris. We are back at Anaheim Stadium, where 53,010 are in attendance to watch the Rams and the Bears, and Vince Ferragamo took a timeout as they act together on 1st down from their 26 following the Bears touchdown. Barry Redden shot out the left side after a gain of only 1. Bears defensively, McMichael, Osborne, Hartenstein, and Tyrone Keys. Number 98 getting his first start. Big rangy defender who came down from the Canadian Football League.
Well, Barry Redden is still in there. I wonder if Dickerson is tired or what. They've got him in a passing situation, and it stopped the clock.
4:49 remaining regulation time. 7-point Rams lead. Dickerson takes it up the middle and got about 4, maybe 5 before he's driven back. Osborne was there. Keys was there. Tyrone Keys and Al Harris certainly have been two key components here today defensively for the Chicago Bears.
The temperature, winds gusting up to 35 miles an hour. And we'll see as the afternoon progresses what kind of an effect that will have. Butler looking away from Brown to Redden. It floats down at the 5, and Redden brings it out from there to about the 18. Cliff Thrift down to make the tackle. On the Bears. This time is where
Buddy Ryan has a new wrinkle, and that is to put Tyrone Keys in on passing down. They have their foot
direction. Sent away by Tyrone Keys. That was part of their package. That was part of the scheme. He's 6'8", and he batted it down.
Ahead 17-0. The stage was set for one final magic moment.
And now the winner that everybody talked about.
I wonder if they
finally arrived.
Maybe they're cheering for the snow.
The best thing about that day was the last fumble.
3rd down, 11 yards to go for Dieter Brock and company. Brock back to pass. The rush on to and hammered down. To get the ball. Picked up by Wilbur Marshall. Marshall running across the goal. Goal. 30. 20. This all the way. Touchdown. And a goal. Oh, man. What a way to end. Oh. Wilbur Marshall has scored for the Chicago Bears.
I can still see it in slow motion when Wilbur Marshall picks up the ball. The Fridge is leading him down the field, and we all are just running with him.
Fridge ain't losing no ground now. He's right with him.
You can't write a script for this, just the way it all ended.
Not to get theatrical, but I mean, how better can you write a script here for crying out loud?
And the snow starts coming down, and the fans went absolutely crazy.
The Bears were going to their first Super Bowl. Mike Ditka's thoughts turned to Papa Bear George Halas, the man who had hired him to get them there.
And I think right there, the old man was saying, that's the first time since '63.
And finally, a Super Bowl for the Chicago Bears. Walter Payton hugging Virginia and Ed McCaskey, and now linebacker Otis Wilson. Inside the Bear locker room with the owners of the Chicago Bears. She, of course, is a lovely daughter of the late George Halas, the founder, who was the coach of this team the last time they won a championship. And the Fridge, number 72, William Perry. A team of destiny, according to Bud Grant, before this game started. And the former Minnesota Viking coach knew something there, because today they became the first playoff team in history to record back-to-back shutouts. First it was the Giants, and now it's the Rams. And our post-game activities will continue live from Soldier Field in Chicago.
We're getting ready for the trophy presentation. Of course, the winner of the National Football Conference receives a George S. Halas trophy, and of course we have the owners of the Bears, Mr. and Mrs. McCaskey here.
Are we on?
We're on. We're on to make the presentation.
Excuse me, I'm punchy. As I understand it, this is the George Halas Trophy. Virginia's here to present it to the owners. Virginia? You have it?
First of all, I want to thank all the coaches, the Chicago Bear coaches, and the Chicago Bear players. I'd hate to think that I had to do this over in the other side of the locker room area. I'd also like to thank the Chicago Bear fans here in Soldier Field and in Chicago and everywhere for all the love and support that they've shown to us during this year and especially today. This trophy was established by the National League owners in March of 1984. And last year, the 49ers won it, but there wasn't a ceremony like this. The trophy wasn't ready for presentation. So this year, we have it right here in Chicago.
Well, Mrs. McCaskey, of course, Virginia McCaskey is George Halas' daughter. Congratulations to you, but you're going to make your presentation, of course, to the president of the Chicago Bears.
Yes, I am. I just want to mention first that a lot of people have said to me this week, or this year, isn't it too bad your dad wasn't here to see this? Well, I think he's been with us the whole season, and I think he's here with us now, and he'll be with us always. And it's a special honor and privilege for me to present this trophy to Ed McCaskey, the chairman of the board, to Michael McCaskey, president of the Bears, and to our coach of the year and every year, Mike Ditka.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
This was earlier today in the Bear locker room as the Bears packed in preparation to go to New Orleans for the Super Bowl engagement with the Patriots. That's Tyrone Keys getting his gear together. We're just hard by the side of that locker room. We're in the weight room.
When Super Bowl Sunday finally arrived, Mike Singletary thought about the coach who was leaving and the head coach who had made good on his promise.
And all I could think about was 3 years ago, this man walked in the room and said, if you just stand with me, if you just believe in me, we'll be at the dance in 3 years. And here we were.
I wanted the Bears to be the best. I wanted the Bears to have the best reputation. I wanted them to be the toughest, and I wanted to win the championship. And I told our team when I got there, I got good news and bad news. The good news is we're going to win a Super Bowl here. The bad news is a lot of you people aren't going to be here when we do it. And I didn't mean that to be cruel. I meant it to be factual.
One of the most dominant defenses ever saved its best for last.
To Grogan, the blitz is on, over the left side, he goes.
You know, we just took it at them, and we played Bear football today. You know, they tried to come out and do some things and intimidate us, but I think they learned that nobody intimidates the Chicago Bears.
What was going through your mind when the score started mounting?
Yeah, let's party. I was ready to go to Bourbon Street the third quarter, brother.
Let's talk about the spread, but you beat it by 3 times at least with the 46-10 victory.
Well, the thing that Buddy Ryan had expressed to us all week long, that they were exactly the same team that we played the second game of the year. We just let them do all the talking all week long, and we knew we had a good game plan, and we came out and performed real well.
So those boys are pretty well bruised up now.
I've had a couple friends who've been on losing teams, and they say it's no fun, and I'm just happy to be on a winning team.
Well, you know, it's more than a winning team, though, Henry. I mean, here's the chance that you all legitimately have of perhaps becoming the best team that ever played this game. And I'm sure that's one thing that keeps you hungry.
Well, I don't know. I think Tyrone would say the same thing. I want to be back here next year. This is a great feeling, isn't it, Ty? Oh, it's more definitely. Coach Dicker told us, he talked to us last night, and he told us we got a chance to become one of the best teams in the history of football.
Ladies and gentlemen, the greatest team in NFL history, the 1985 Chicago Bears. Now, I know that may get me into some trouble in some cities that I visit, but I believe it is the truth. Cynics might say that I'm only hosting the 85 Bears today because the Green Bay Packers were here a couple months ago, and I was not going to be outdone. But as it turns out, after this team won the Super Bowl, it never had a chance to celebrate here in the White House. The day after Super Bowl 20, 500,000 Chicagoans turned out in 25 below wind chill weather to welcome the champs back from New Orleans. But sadly, the day after that, we endured a national tragedy as the Space Shuttle Challenger exploded shortly after liftoff. And so the moment for the Bears to visit the White House was postponed, and the years went by. But shortly after I took office, someone at the NFL realized, hey, there's a Bears fan living in the White House. And they called my staff and asked if we could make this happen. And so today I'm proud to say to the players, to the coaches, to the staff of the 1985 Bears, welcome to the White House for this well-deserved and long overdue recognition.
I think we were just a group of guys that came together at a point in time that really loved the game and really loved each other. We had so much passion for the game and so much pride in what we did.
In Week 11 in Dallas, the Bears played more passionately than ever. It was the student versus the teacher.
Tom Landry always understood that Coach Ditka respected him. We wanted to play as hard and as physical as we possibly could, but we wanted to do it with class.
I mean, they were America's team. It changed in a big way that day.
White backpedals underneath his crossbar, fires the right side of the ball, tipped in the air by Hampton, picked up by Dick, spins to the end zone,
Cowboys were shut out for the first time in 15 years. It was the worst loss in franchise history.
And back to Bill Hugable. That's going to win. Hurry over the middle. Intercepted by Richardson. 35-30 down the right side of the 20, 15, 10-5. Touchdown, Mike Richardson of the Chicago Bears.
Their offense could do nothing against our defense. Nothing. You know, I had to tell Buddy call off the dogs, but they have a right to have fun.
And Buddy just tell, hey, you know, you, I run the defense. Get out of here.
The Bears did ease up, but by then it was too late. When it was over, the student was just as crushed as his teacher.
I never felt worse in my life when he came up and said, you guys are good. And you know, I said, Coach, I'm sorry. He said, you guys are good. That's all he said.
The Bears were division champions. At 11-0, they were undefeated, led by a defense that was unblockable.
I can still see it in slow motion when Wilbur Marshall picks up the ball. The Fridge is leading him down the field, and we all are just running with him.
Fridge ain't losing no ground now. He's right with him.
You can't write a script for this, you know, just the way it all ended.
Not to get theatrical, but I mean, how better can you write a script here for crying out loud?
And the snow starts coming down, and the fans went absolutely crazy.
The Bears were going to their first Super Bowl. Mike Ditka's thoughts turned to Papa Bear George Halas, the man who had hired him to get them there.
And I think right there, the old man was saying, we've come full circle, guys. We've come full circle. That's the first time since '63.
Bears president Mike McCaskey holding the Vince Lombardi trophy up over his head.
1985 Chicago Bears. The first close-up look for a lot of these people, and boy, are they enjoying this.
Of course, the fans here at Bears Plaza have a good vantage point, too, because of that big Diamond Vision screen that's been up all week. They can see what's going on. As our cameras pick it up, so too will the cameras supplying video to the Diamond Vision screen. There's Mike McCaskey. There's the Super Bowl trophy.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michael McCaskey, the Chicago Bears.
I can't tell you what a great moment this is for all of us Chicago Bears. Today, in this country, everybody is a Chicago Bear fan. Our Bear family has a dream, and that's to be a championship ball club. The players, the coaches, the staff have worked hard and long to make it happen. It happened. We are the Super Bowl champs.
Woof, 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 woof.
It couldn't have happened without superb players. And there are a lot I could mention. Samurai, the Colonel, Double T, Jimbo. It goes on and on. But if you had to mention one, player, it would have to be Walter Payton. You bet. When the crowd started chanting, Walter, Walter, in that Superdome.
Walter, 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 Walter.
That's exactly right. He's earned that respect. He's earned that respect as a man and as a football player. He can stand for the Chicago Bears.
This guy's a pretty tough coach. How'd you like to have played for him?
Oh, I would have loved to have played for Mike because I think Mike is a disciplinarian. I think deep down inside of all athletes, they want to be disciplined because they'll get the most out of them. It's apparent that Mike did that all year, but in such a way that he still allowed the guys to be themselves, allowed them to be themselves. They put forth and showed their character all year. That's what brought them here.
Okay,
like I said, they're the best team in football. Congratulations.
Okay, thank you, Darryl Stingley. Mike, one last thing. You know about, you're going to be there for the parade tomorrow, flying in? And
what parade?
What do you mean, what parade? They're all waiting.
I'm flying to Toronto tomorrow. I'll be in Toronto early.
Hi, Megan. This is Megan.
Hi. I'm very proud of my dad.
She and I are flying to Toronto.
Let me ask you, what was the game plan going in? What was the general philosophy on New England and how you were going to shut them down? Did you do anything differently with them than you'd done the last couple of games?
Well, we had the exact same game plan. We did change a few things in our 46. If they had come in with 2 tight ends and 2 running backs, but they were never able to use that running situation, so we just lined up and played football.
They didn't really change much from what they didn't come up with anything really new, did
Nothing new. They played right. They played right into our hands like they did last time.
But pass in this first quarter. And so it is. And Eason will lead it.
My son, I got a chance to see me play in my first Super Bowl, and we won it. That's all that matters, is that he's happy, my family's happy, and the people that were behind me are happy. That's it.
And you made the people of Chicago happy, too.
I hope so.
In a title game, 73-0. This wasn't quite as devastating. It'll have to do. 46-10 for the 46 defense. Congratulations, Mike.
Bob, his birthday would have been on February 2nd. This is a fitting birthday gift for Mr. Hallis.
How often during the game did you think of George Hallis?
I always think of Coach Hallis. It's because of him I'm here.
He loves us whether or not we know it. And he'll forgive all our sins. Oh, yeah. And all he asks of us, oh, yeah, is we give each other love. Oh, yeah. Love your mother. She bore you. Love your father. Love your sister. Love your brother. Love your brother. Don't go and talk about my father. God is my friend. Jesus is my friend. And when we call on him for mercy, Father, he'll be merciful, my friend. Oh, yes, he will. All he asks of us, I know. Whoa. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north and south and east. Whoa, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be now. Oil wasted on the oceans and upon our seas, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby are dying. Oh, mercy, mercy me. All things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more will you from me? Can't you stand that?